say it one more time. The best gift that you can give your spouse is your transformation. Did it feel good to hear some of the stuff that she had to say? Nope. But guess what? If I look at it from a positive, or look at it through a positive lens and look at it as an opportunity to grow, let me tell y'all something. Y'all hear them say it in church. It sounds very cliche-ish, right? Every delay is not a denial. Every bad situation is not a bad situation, depending how you look at it. Now, some of you look at every situation as a bad situation because you're living in your emotions. You spend more time in your EQ than your IQ. Right? What is the Q for in IQ? Your intelligence what? Preach. Yep, your intelligence quotient. And so that determines, they use that term to determine how smart you are. Right? Your EQ is used to determine how emotional you get. Okay, come on. So some of you operate in a high emotional quotient. Why? Because every situation that comes your way, immediately you go from 0 to 50, just like that. And guess what? When you take the time to think and be calm, right? It's okay to have gaps in communication. It just says that you're thinking. You'll find out when Preach does the deep dive later on, right, as it relates to your assessment. That C portion of your assessment is someone who is very detailed, someone who is very organized, someone who says 5 o'clock means 5 o'clock and not 5:05, 5:10. Yep, I'm looking at the turtles all around the room. Come on, Monica, am I telling the truth? Yes, yep. Most of them are introverts. But I promise you, very detail-oriented. And what allowed me to change was my wife's gift, operating in her gift. My wife didn't even know that her operating in her gift was the catalyst for my change, which allowed her to grow. And the reason why it's not happening in some of our marriages is because you spend more time in your EQ than your IQ. If I sit now and I consider, okay, good, what is the goal? What are we trying to achieve? And how can we work together? Oh, come on. Yep. Let me say it now. You are not the problem. Your spouse is not the problem. The problem is the problem. Come on, Nasa. How are we going to work together against the problem and not each other? Once again, you're not the problem. Your spouse is not the problem. The problem is the problem, even if it seems like the problem is resident in each other. Because when you look at it through a positive lens, now we can talk. Now we can work. When I heard the Holy Ghost say, shut up, sit down, listen to what she's saying. She's saying you're spending too much time in the office. And for any of us who are entrepreneurs, you know that when you work past a certain hour, right? Because your brain can only take so much in, right? Your conscience can only take so much in at a certain point of the day. After that, it's just nervous energy. What we doing, what we not doing. You're not even being productive no more. You're like a hamster in a wheel at that point. And so the time that I could be re-energizing myself, the time that I could spend with my family that serves as re-energizing me, right? I'm still spending it in the office, not being productive. And when I sat down and I remained quiet and I listened to her, I'm like, okay, good, let's fix it. And she's like, whoa, okay, this is new. Hold on, let me process this. All right, how can I help? Well, since you're the organized one, you're the detailed one, why don't you come into the office and help me revamp the calendar, right? So now we got Nico, what my son Nico calls Daddy Nico time, right? Mason, he's only 3 years old. I get to chase him around the house and he's good. And Zoe comes in at 3 o'clock from school and she has her time. And then there's certain times during the week that Faith get not laid up in the bed. Yep, sometimes we may read an article together on the phone, right? But we have what's called pillow talk or mind, body, soul time. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you had pillow talk? Fellas, let me help you out real quick, because I heard Jerome say it earlier on and we was joking, but let me help you out real quick. You know how you get to the men are visual. We like to... we like the happy place, right? I'm glad there ain't no children in the room. Can I keep it 100? We like the happy place. You know what I'm saying? Like, you heard Jay say, yep, I ain't gonna get none for that joke. But I tell you how you can get some. Right? With women, you have to understand that it's a gradual come up and it's a gradual go down. Men, all you got to do is touch our knee and we ready. I'm just talking about, yep, all systems go. Yeah, full speed ahead, let's go, right? I found out, Sasha, that if I want it on Wednesday, I start on Sunday. Girl, you was looking good this morning with that bathrobe on. Them eggs was off the chain this morning. Monday, I send another text. I saw you walking out with them black boots on this morning. Girl, you looking good. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we fine. You fine. We go together. Let me tell you something. When you pour into her emotion, she's an emotional creature. She needs you to talk to her. She needs you to have conversations with her. Right? This is what I used to do. This is how I used to lose, preach. Every time I would talk to her, right? Listen, girl, what you need to do is, and then she come back again later on, and what you need to do is, and I started paying attention. Every time that I would say what you need to do is, like men, we jump into solution mode. We want things fixed. Bring us a problem, we fix it. That's what we do. That doesn't work in every situation when you marry. And when she would come to me preach, I would just see her like, oh. And if I could read her mind, I'm like, oh, he don't even know. I already know what to do. I'm just trying to share it with him so we can have a little conversation. And I found out that about 95% of the time, women know already what they want to do. They just bringing it to you to share with you so they can connect with you. And you ain't picking up on the bid, and what you doing is you jumping into solution mode and you trying to solve the problem. So now when she used to come home and she used to tell me X, Y, and Z or issue she had on the job, I said, that heifer did what? Oh, load up the car, we finna ride out. And now she feels like she's talking to another girlfriend, right? And she's connecting with me, and guess what? When we connect. You feel me? Yeah. Let me talk to the ladies now. Ladies, let me explain something to you. You want your man to be everything to you that you need him to be. You want him to be able to provide. You want him to be able to connect with you. Do me a favor. Don't break him off once a week and expect him to connect with you. I found out the way to a woman's heart. I found out the way to a woman's, through a woman's heart is conversation. Connect to her. If you want to get to, once the heart opens up, everything else, yeah, we'll leave that alone. And ladies, if you want your man to have conversations with you, break him off. You can't get that Negro to shut up. I'm just saying, what we fail to realize is that the needs that they have, while they may be different, they're interdependent upon one another. I'm gonna say it one more time. The needs that we have are interdependent, and they, like for real, they rely on one another. Like for real, I would not get into my car. How far is it, like the inner city of Chicago from here? About 45 minutes, right? Yeah, I'm not going like, you know, if the needle is below quarter tank, yeah, I'm not doing that. Chances are I might be stuck out there on 80 or what other highways take you down. You're gonna be stuck on the side of the road. And it's the same thing in marriage. You cannot expect your spouse to perform the way that you need for them to operate or perform, and you got them on a quarter tank. What's up, y'all? It's your boy Quest, man, professional marriage and life coach. Listen, one of the things that we've always tried to do here, or one of the major themes here at the Greenhouse, right, or in the work that I do, is to concentrate on love, lifestyle, and legacy, right? And for the purposes of lifestyle, we wanted to create merch that is consistent with our ideas and beliefs as it relates to marriage. So listen, guys, you can see I got on the Tribe Called Marriage, you know what I'm saying, raglan shirt, Tribe Called Marriage hat, and we have that and tons more merch in the shop. Do me a favor, if you like what we're doing and you like the merch, do me a favor, stop by, get some for you and your wife, and support the movement. You feel me? Because if you're not working on your marriage, my friends, then what are you doing? Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Quest. Peace.